All right, can we get started? Because I don't know where she is. Can we get started, YouTube? Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My mom, I don't know where she is. She asked me to come and show you guys potatoes and eggs. So she's gonna come down and give you a whole story about how when she was younger, potatoes and eggs, her, you know, old people and all stuff like that.
What are you doing?
Welcome to my channel.
What are you doing? Whose channel is it?
All right, so listen, today we're making potatoes and eggs.
Oh, I'm sorry. Should I step aside?
So, potatoes and eggs is something that my mom would cook for us when we were little. I know her grandma used to cook it for her when she was younger, and it was just like a very basic, I guess you would say it's like an Italian thing kind of, but family recipe. And everybody makes it, but not a lot of people, I mean, I don't know a lot of people that like, I'll say like, oh, you want potatoes and eggs? You're like, what's potatoes and eggs? So, my mom would make it with just what?
My grandmother made it with just potatoes, eggs, and onion, and olive oil. And she would saute, like Lauren's doing.
They put potatoes, onions, salt, pepper, a little garlic powder, which usually we don't put in there, but it was there. So I was like, garlic powder. Who doesn't want garlic powder? Who doesn't ever want garlic?
Lauren adds cheese and everything to hers. Well, this is what's great about cooking, guys, because you learn something one way and you evolve and you make it your own over time. So there really is no true recipe that you can't tweak and make your own, but still evoke the memories and stuff like that comes with it. I chose traditionally to keep it the way my grandmother taught me because there's nothing better than a potato and egg sandwich when it comes out of this skillet and you've got fresh white bread and you make a sandwich. It's the best thing in the world. Lauren changed hers up a bit.
So, first of all, before I was obviously dairy-free, who doesn't love cheese? I would put cheese on literally anything in the world, okay? I would
father's daughter.
I would put cheese on anything in the world. But where I'm not like my father's daughter, okay? I could have chosen any cheese that he has in his fancy-ass cheese fridge over there, okay? I chose American cheese.
This is not cheese.
When you do your potatoes, do you let yours just get soft or do you let them get color?
So a day like today, I might let them just get soft because I am in a rush. On a regular day, I like my potatoes brown, a little bit crispy.
A little crispy, golden brown, yes.
This is very much something that you can make, these potatoes. You can make and you can use them as a side for dinner. You could use them as a side for breakfast or in your eggs for breakfast randomly one day. You can use them for literally like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, anything that you want. Another thing that you can do, and my dad does this all the time, he makes what he calls like a frittata, I guess.
Yeah.
And he will take basically something a little bit like this. Sometimes he'll put pancetta in it, bacon. You could put like a corned beef hash in it, like something like that, and mix it all together and bake it into a pan.
A nice cast iron pan, you bake it, it's amazing. He does thing on Christmas morning. He makes this great frittata.
And he adds cheese and all that, and it's delicious. I like to do this because it reminds me of when we were younger. I remember when Al was always here late with all his friends, whether it was high school, college, whatever. It was me, Al, and Chris, and we'd all be hiding like beer from my mom in the basement and like drinking like all like quiet in the basement and like come up here all drunk and like maybe we smoked a little bit of pot and we would come up and I would like want all my brother's friends to like me, so I'd be like, I'm gonna cook for everybody, and I would always make potatoes and eggs. It could be 10 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'd be making potatoes and eggs.
That's truly the way it was, except my grandmother didn't smoke pot and drink beer with us. It was Grandma, can you make potatoes and eggs? And just like, you know,
it's something that's always in your fridge.
It's always there. And you can eat it cold, you can eat it warm, you can eat it hot. It's just one of those staples that's so simple and so good, but it brings back so many great memories. And I love that she made it her own. Hey, love that you did it while getting high and drunk. That's cool. Good to know. But, you know, you get the drift.
If you're going to make it gluten and dairy-free, you want to use a dairy-free cheese. I wouldn't put milk in it. But we're making this as delicious as it could possibly be. So right now we're letting the potatoes cook. That's the most important part. So how are the potatoes looking?
A little bit.
Are they cooking?
More. The bigger ones are still a little.
So that's one thing I know that I said in the last, when I was making the meatballs, when I said that they weren't all the same size. Like, yeah, of course they should be the same size, but I'm not a chef, so they're not always going to be the same size. Something like the potatoes, they totally should have been the same size, because now they're not going to cook evenly. And now one of you is going to have a hard-ass potato.
Or mush.
Or a mashed potato, but
Not
there's
the end of the
dairy
world.
in it, so
Not the end of the world.
not my problem, okay? So that's something you should make sure you do. So what I did was I pretty much quartered the potatoes up. I like to have them nice and thin usually. And so right now there's potatoes, onions, salt, pepper, garlic powder, olive oil. We're gonna let it get nice and soft, let it steam in there. Then I'm gonna throw the eggs in. When I throw the eggs in, I'm gonna lower the heat because you should always make eggs on like really, really low heat, in my opinion. Also, if you take it off, once you put the eggs in, if you take it off the heat a little bit and just keep stirring, you want to constantly stir eggs. Otherwise, they're going to be dry. So, and now I'm going to just throw the eggs all over it, okay? And now, I know my dad's not a fan of American cheese, but what I say to that is absolutely ridiculous, because if you don't love American cheese, like I said...
You're not American.
I just love American cheese. I just love it. It's the buttered noodles of cheese. It's a little white trash, but that never hurt anybody, you know. Throw all the more cheese, the better. And now, what you want to do, now nonstop, you're going to mix the eggs on a low heat. If you want to be fancy, which I am not, you can throw like something green on there and make it look pretty. One of our beloved crew members said before we started, I don't remember which one of you it was, said that we could put pancetta in there. You absolutely can put pancetta in there. But, like, I also didn't ask you. Like, it's my recipe. So, like, yeah, for sure, pancetta would be fantastic. Some bacon on the side, fantastic. Some sauteed vegetables on the side, fantastic.
Again, going back to that, that's what's great about cooking, because you can take something very simple and turn it to a million different things without too much effort. And potatoes and eggs being one of them. Like I said, she learned the basic from me that I learned from my grandmother. I chose to keep it that way. She variated a little bit on it, but at the same time, you could change this up a million ways. You could put tomatoes in it, spinach in it, zucchini in it, and then it becomes, what does it become? Put in the oven, it becomes a frittata. But the base is always the simple potato, egg, onion.
You could literally add a ton of vegetables to this, but you have to remember, we ate this when we were like my daughter's age. So it was always kept very simple. And now when I have Marky have it, I do the same thing. I try to like kind of hide the potatoes in there. And it's done. Again, I'm gonna keep pushing it because this pan is still really hot.
I think you can take it off the heat now.
It is, the heat's off. I turned it off.
Turn it off?
So what we would do is really take it out of the pan.
And put it in, plate it.
Put it like, and put it into a plate.
Hey, let me go get a plate,
like
guys.
mush.
Let me
It
do
literally
that.
looks like jailhouse food, okay? I'm telling you, it's amazing.
So guys, when you talk about comfort food and something that's really simple to make, that brings back so many memories for me, and you see my kids in a very different way, it does the same thing. I love that Lauren made this her own. I chose to keep it the way my grandmother made it because it's just this, to me there's beauty and simplicity. She added just a little cheese, and her method is different. The bottom line is, the hug is there, okay? Comfort food level is there. This is a great thing to try, make your own, and enjoy, and you will thank us, I promise. I keep forgetting, guys. Like, subscribe, comment, and please comment on things you want us to do. We're here for you guys. Challenge us. This is what we're here for, and this is what we're excited about, and we want you to be part of it. So like, subscribe, comment.